Welcome to part 23, and we're still going through Snowhead Temple. We're right now on the second floor, and what we're going to do here is jump across and go on floor. Now, obviously we can't go that way because it's blocked by ice. What you want to do here is take this snowy path and just roll along it. And you gotta be careful because you can accidentally fall off. And on this snow path, though, there's this little safety net that if you accidentally fall off of, you can get on the safety net, climb up the ladder, and try again. Now, this area here is the upper area of the real bomb chew room where we got the dungeon mask, and we don't need to be in here yet. So the only other room we can go to on this level is actually across the room. So just go ahead, put on the Goron mask, roll across, and we'll enter. Alright, punch the snowballs if you like to get some arrows, and because through that door will be a mini boss. Door will seal behind us, and meet the Wizrobe. The Wizrobe is this voodoo-looking, zombified-looking thing. What he's going to do is he'll pop up from one of these squares, and he'll try to shoot his staff with ice, trying to freeze you in place. And all you have to do is attack him with arrows, or pretty much attack him with the arrows at a safe distance. And after you shoot him a few times, he'll introduce a new technique in which he'll create illusions of himself trying to fool you. But if you notice on the bottom right screen, you see where the dungeon map is, and if you have the compass, you can actually pinpoint his exact location by the red dot. And this pretty much makes the boss easy, and you should have no trouble beating this guy. Alright. And we get the treasure of this dungeon. I wonder what it could be. Some kind of new weapon, some kind of variation of an old weapon. All the anticipation. I'm so excited. What could it be? Come on, come on, come on. And it's fire arrows. Seriously? Fire arrows? I mean, we went through all that just to get a pair of fire arrows. I mean, it's a set of fire arrows. Well, actually, fire arrows do make sense in the context of this dungeon because, well, there are a bunch of frozen blocks all over the place where there are no torches we can shoot our arrows through, and this can make going through this dungeon a little more easier now. Now this is the second Zelda game that will feature fire arrows as part of your inventory. These were first introduced in Ocarina of Time, and how you get them in Ocarina of Time is after you beat the water dungeon as an adult, as big grown-up Link. You go to a certain point at the lake, and what you want to do is shoot an arrow at the rising sun at sunrise, and if you time it just right, the arrow will fall to a platform, and you have to swim, and you'll gain the power to use fire arrows. And the fire arrows pretty much take up a good portion of your magic power. And the fire arrows in this game, like in the last game, will also take up a bunch of magic power. So use them wisely. You take the fire arrow. There. Of course, we don't want to go that way just yet. And of course, you see that wall that's bleeding snow, as I like to say. Well, there's a hidden alcove, just like in that one room where we had to shoot down ice stalactites to break open the ice. And if it's just like the last alcove, I'll bet you anything that'll contain a stray fairy. But at the moment we can't get to it, but we'll get to it eventually. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to shoot the ice off the green arch doors because that's going to be our destination coming up. And as you can see here, there will actually be 2 doors that will have green arches, and both of them are frozen over. And why are there 2 green arch doors in this very room? Well, I'll show you why momentarily. Now before I go through the green arch doors, I want to go down to the very bottom of this temple, this basement right here. Now in this little cage area, there are pots where you can get a fairy if you happen to use the fairy that you currently have in the bottle. And that's not the only reason why we came down here. Oh jeez! Oh boy, we got some red bubbles. Yes, bubbles. These guys have been a Zelda staple since, well, the first Zelda game. And these guys, these winged skull things are back. And again, like in the previous games, well, like Ocarina of Time, if one of these red fire bubbles touch you, well, you get caught on fire, and that's not good. Of course, you shoot them with long-range weapons, you can kill them no problem. So to get back up to the first floor, sorry, I gotta clear my throat. Just go back up these stairs to get back to the first floor, and what we're going to do now is, well, the only other destination we haven't gone to yet is through the green arch doors, so let's go. Now, in this room right here, you'll be confronted by freezers, and now that we have a weapon that we can kill them with at a safe distance, well, let's use it. So I take my fire arrows, dead, and dead, and one more. Kill all 3 freezers in this room. And a chest appears. Gee, I wonder what's in that chest. Sorry, fairy! Oh, what was that? Excuse me. Alright. Now, the object in this room here is to light all 3 torches with your fire arrows. Now, you have to be quick while shooting these torches because they can go out quickly, and, well, that'd be terrible to shoot all over again. And of course, as you see here, when you're low on magic power, the fire arrows become regular old arrows until you replenish your magic supply. Which, thankfully, these pots over here on my left have magic power. And bam! I'm fully powered again. Now, don't worry if you fall off in this room. The floor below is not a bottomless pit. In fact, what you have to do to get back up to the top of this room is, down below, you can barely see it, is a frozen Deku flower. Now shoot a fire arrow at the Deku flower and use your Deku form to get back up to the top of these platforms, and, well, shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, don't be trigger happy while using fire arrows. And once you get all 3 torches lit, the bar will raise on this door right here, and we'll go through it. Alright, in this little area right here is a Goron pound switch, just like in that one room we had to solve in the last video. Now, when you ground pound this switch right here, it will raise the middle platform all the way to the top. And it will raise that pound switch too. Now that pound switch at the basement level will bring the middle pillar back down, but at this point we don't want to touch that switch at all. Now, after raising the pillar in the main room, you want to go back through the green arch door on your left. The reason is, now that the platform has risen, we can no longer obviously walk on top of it, and we have to go around. And if you go out through the green arch door on the other end, the way I'm not going right now, you'll be kind of trapped on one side. And we have to be on this side because, well, we're going to do a little backtracking to a room we've previously been in. Alright. What we're going to do now is head back through the red arch door, because we are going to go back to the light blue arch door in the second room of this dungeon. Respawning enemies. How I hate thee. And of course, still as weak as ever. And sorry if I sound a little groggy. It's because, well, I haven't been feeling too well, and, well, let's just say that my throat is killing me a little, but I'm still commenting on my videos, so I'll still give you as much information as I can. So yeah, we'll go back to this room right here and kill the wolfos again, so they won't distract you from your task. Now that's done, just use the fire arrows to melt the ice around the switch and this block right here. And just for the heck of it, just shoot the ice here, because again, you touch ice, you freeze yourself, and you'll lose hearts, and that's not good. Now before we use that ice block that we just unfrozen, there's a stray fairy we can get. Now, to get this stray fairy, well, actually there are two stray fairies in this room, and I'll show you how to get one of them right now. Excuse me. What we're going to do here is we're going to go get some bombs, and see that crate up there? That's where the stray fairy is. So we're going to take a bomb and we're going to bomb it. Although you have to wait until the bomb flashes a little faster, then throw it on top. That's going to take you a few tries, and you'll eventually get it. And of course, you may take damage from bomb blast, but that's okay, because again, the stray fairy can come and heal you like that. Now you're asking, why didn't I use the Majora block? Well, I could have to get me some altitude, but I'd rather not. I'd rather save the effort for actually getting up to this platform right in front of me. Now, again, there is another stray fairy in this room, and just hit this switch right here to make the chest appear, which contains said stray fairy. Now all we have to do is maneuver the Majora block over so that we can climb up to this platform where the stray fairy chest is. So just make sure you don't climb on top of it first. So just push it down this way. And this way. And then this way. Now, this kind of reminds me of Ocarina of Time's Ice Cavern. You also have to push some blocks to move forward, and yeah, I see elements of that in there. Watch out for the icicles, and then you get your stray fairy. Now our next destination is that platform across the room, and we're going to use the Majora block to get over there, and I'll show you how to do it in the next video.